amateurs. Let the pros show you how to make money. General Manager Al DeMarco, a regular contributor on Fox Sports, MSNBC, and Comcast Sports TV, brings over 25 years of handicapping experience to the table. CEO Steve Budin, the author of Bets, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, is the man responsible for creating the online betting industry. Together, they lead the world's largest online sports handicapping community, your #1 source for winners.
The final week of the NFL regular season, a season that many of us doubted would even be played no more than 4.5 months ago, but it has arrived. And I can tell you now, guys, this is one of the most dangerous weeks to put your action down on the table in Vegas. You've got to be worried about which teams are motivated, which teams have something to play for, which teams are scoreboard watching during their game, seeing that their potential playoff hopes are going up in smoke. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here along with Steve Budin, and Happy New Year to all of you. If you didn't make money in 2011, don't blame us because we've had one hell of a season here on the Countdown to Kickoff program. I, of course, have been a professional sports handicapper for over 25 years. Steve Budin, former bookmaker, the guy that really created what you now know as the offshore sportsbook betting industry. And I'm sure, Steve, in years gone by when you were taking action this last week, I'm just kind of curious, was it a week that you cleaned up as a former bookmaker, or a week that you found a lot of players realized that they had to be a little leery of putting down their action?
Well, there's always two sides to the coin. And of course, as a bookmaker, one of the things you fear in this week is kind of like the first week of the season. The bookmakers really don't know what's going to go on, just like the players don't know what's going to go on. So there's that evenness, that parity, and once again, that level playing field between bookmaker and player, and that's always a disaster. A bookmaker much rather have everything controlled, the outcomes controlled, everything controlled, so they know they're going to make their cut. In this scenario, last week of the season, no one knows what's going to happen, so the bookmakers are worried just like the players.
Well, the first game we're going to talk about today is a game, in fact, an NFC East game between Philadelphia and Washington. Both teams eliminated from postseason contention. You've got a big line with Philadelphia laying 9 points in this one. Of course, Philadelphia is coming off the road win against Dallas. Philadelphia has played better, if you want to say that here, at the end of the season. And the dynamics of playing this game, you've got a team that's looking to finish 8-8, playing at home. Andy Reid, the head coach, will he be back? Will Juan Castillo, the overmatched defensive coordinator, will he be back? Tons of personnel changes during the abbreviated offseason didn't pay off for the Eagles. For Washington, Rex Grossman is your quarterback, and you never know what you get with Rex. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Redskins looked great, go to the Giants and win. Last week, they lay an egg at home against one of the worst teams in the football, the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I think whether or not Washington wins this week means nothing to how they're going to prepare in the offseason for next year. Where the Eagles, it's very much up in the air. I think if they win this game, finish the season with 4 wins in a row at exactly 500 at 8-8, could save Andy Reid's job. It also puts them in a different mind frame going into the offseason where they're actually playing their best ball at the end of the year. They can make the argument that there's a lot of new faces, there was a lot of new things going on, and it took them all year to gel, but that when they finally did, they were a superior team, both on paper and finally on the field too. That is something you can take into the offseason, build on, try to get 12 wins next year. There's a reason why the Eagles are 9-point favorites in this one. They are definitely the better team, especially the way they're playing now. I like the Eagles. I really don't like laying 9 in any games, but in this game, if I had to, I'd lay the 9.
I agree with you. I think Philadelphia, of course, I backed the Eagles last week at Dallas. They got a huge bonus because Troy Aikman.
Yeah, you love saying that.
I really can't get the quarterbacks right. Next I'll be talking about Don Meredith, may he rest in peace. But because, Tony Romo got knocked out early in that game. But I agree with you. I think if you're going to play this game, it's Philadelphia. Or perhaps this is a teaser possibility where you take the Eagles down to 3 points or so and look to hook them with somebody else. Another game where you have one side that has no concerns other than the fact that they're not playing well, and that's the Houston Texans hosting Tennessee. The Texans back-to-back eggs, losing to Indianapolis last Thursday was just a total embarrassment. Losing at home the week prior when they were coming off a celebration the week earlier after clinching the division crown, losing to Carolina, okay, I can accept that, 28-13 you lost. but you get outplayed by Indianapolis and you lose 19-16. This is an offense that has certainly struggled, averaging just 16 points a game since T.J. Yates took over at quarterback. They have gone 5 straight games since Matt Schaub went out with the season-ending foot injury without scoring over 20 points. So in this game, Tennessee has a slim playoff chance still. A lot of different things have to come into play. Venus has to align with Mars.
Right.
Mercury has to be in retrograde. I mean, but, you know, Tennessee, first go-round, when Matt Schaub was a quarterback, got hammered 41-7 at home. In this particular spot, I'll tell you what, I lean a little toward the Titans in this game, laying the points on the road.
Yeah, I would agree. Both of us liked Indy last week on the show, and you have to ask yourself for Houston, I mean, is this like the wake-up call that they need, or is this their cracks being exposed? You know, at the end of the day, look, Houston has got to win this game and win convincingly if they want to take any momentum whatsoever into the postseason. But like you, I think Tennessee has a distinct advantage here, laying the 2.5 points away. I like Tennessee to win this game and cover the spread.
Yeah, so we're both on the Titans here. And listen, like I said last week when we both backed Indianapolis with this Houston team, young team doesn't know how to handle prosperity, especially with an inexperienced coach who has never been in this position either. And it's shown how they couldn't deliver against the Colts. I don't think in this meaningless game they're going to find the way to win here at home either, although they certainly could use the win to get some momentum going in the postseason. Baltimore-Cincinnati, last game before we take a break. And remember, after the break, Trace Adams will be joining us as he does every single Sunday, breaking down 3 picks as well. Baltimore-Cincinnati, it's real simple. Ravens win. They take the AFC North. They get a first-round bye. Cincinnati, they're begging their fans to show up for the game. I mean, you know, they've had one big, massive sellout this year. That was against Pittsburgh, and they're begging people to show up for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, and certainly they're begging their players to show up for the Ravens. The Ravens really need this game because they're banged up, Al. They need that bye week. They need a week to rest and get some of their main pieces back in to make a playoff run. So there's going to be no letdown from them. I love the Ravens in this game. I think they come out, and I think Flacco lights them up early, gets a big lead, and they coast to the finish line.
I'm with you, and don't be deceived by the first go-round with these two teams in Baltimore a month and a half ago. It was a 31-24 final. That's what you see in the final box score, but it was a dominating Baltimore performance. They were up 31-14 in that game in the fourth quarter. They picked off Andy Dalton 3 times, definitely gave Dalton his worst experience here in his rookie season. I'm with you. I like them. Listen, it was a lackluster performance by the Ravens last week, 2014 at home against Cleveland. I think they realize, even though team schizophrenia, I've told you that all season long about the Ravens, they just don't perform that well often on the road, but I like them in this spot. I'm with Steve. Guys, we're going to take a short break, and when we return, we'll be talking about a couple of games, like Giants, Cowboys, Denver, KC, coming up with Trace Adams after this short break. You want to get my best bet today for free? Steve's latest play from the Baltimore Crew is #1 NFL service that is 30-14 over the past 4 years combined. Guys, you can. Plus all the handicappers at picknation.com. All their plays, all their analysis today for free simply by trying out the 1-day free all-access pass. And when we say free, we mean it. No strings attached.
Al, I've been in this business 25 years, both sides of the fence. I've never seen a company do this. I've never seen a company so confident in their system and in their handicappers that they were willing to give everything away for free so that the entire public can see exactly what's going on before they make a decision whether to participate or not. This is really revolutionary.
I mean, listen, we're 100% online business, guys. There's no 800 numbers. There's no salesman. We don't want your phone number. We don't care about any of that stuff. You come to picknation.com. You click on the free 1-day all-access pass, and you get all of our plays, all the handicappers for free, no strings attached. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, here's the deal, though. You are getting 9-10 handicappers plays for free. If you had bought them all separately today, guys, you would be spending $500-600 at least. You're getting it all for free. Why? I think it also goes to show that I feel that we have put together the strongest staff of professional handicappers in the business, guys that win consistently, guys that make you money over the long haul, guys like Anthony Red, Craig Davis, myself, your Baltimore Crew. And this is the best way of doing it because people say, well, put your money where your mouth is. We don't want your money. We're just going to give it to you for free, and the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, we're going to let you build your bankroll on us so that you can go ahead, build that bankroll, and get ready to turn it into big profits over the season.
So guys, you're here at picknation.com. You go there, you click on the free one-day all-access pass. You enter your information, you get your user code, and off you go. It's free, one-day free all-access pass right now at picknation.com.